Hello, welcome again to Let's Talk. Today we will be discussing VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Stay tuned to learn more stuff in Excel. Hi, welcome to another edition of Let's Talk. We will be discussing today how to use VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. So V stands for vertical and H stands for horizontal. What is the difference between the two? For VLOOKUP, it looks for a value in the leftmost column of a table and then returns a value in the same row from a column you specify. By default, the table must be sorted in ascending order. Now, how do we use it as a formula or a function? So we will use equal VLOOKUP, indicate the reference or the lookup value, the table array, the column where your target value will come from, and then range lookup. Range lookup is represented by 1 or 0 or true or false. Now, HLOOKUP looks for a value in the top row of a table or array of values and returns the value in the same column from a row you specify. It is represented by the formula equal HLOOKUP, and then you indicate the lookup value or the reference, the table array, the row where your target value will come from, and then the range lookup. It will all make sense when we use it in samples in our worksheet. Now, in this worksheet, we use the following headers as example to create or to be able to show you how to use VLOOKUP. So we have here the customer number, customer name, the name of the product, and the plan availed. I've also indicated here numbers to show us the order of the columns. So 1 represents the first column, 2 the second column, 3 for the third column, and 4 for the fourth column. Because remember, we need to indicate the column where our target value will come from. So let us use that as our guide. So let's start. If I want to know what is the name of customer number A1100, what I would normally do is use Control F or find and then type in A1100, and then it will give me this, it will show me this cell. And what I would do next is just copy and type in the name of the customer indicated in the table. So let's put here my Medina. The product is an apple. The plan is express. Okay, there is no monthly fee indicated yet, but we'll go back to that later on. So that would be my way of doing or applying find to be able to show what are the details of customer number A1100. But let's say we have 1,000 data entries or 10,000 or probably 100,000 data entries. Are we going to do that and use Control F and then enter everything that is going to be asked from us? So there is a shorter way of doing it, an efficient way of doing it rather. So we will use VLOOKUP to be able to give these same results. So let's do it. Just type in VLOOKUP, get the lookup value. So we are going to look for A1100. So that is going to be J3. And where is the customer number found? It's here on the first column. So when we indicate the table array, the value should appear in that first column. So let us highlight customer number until plan. So we already have our array, and that's column A to D. Separate with the comma, and then indicate the column index number or the column where your target value will come from. Since we are looking for the name, it will appear in the second column. So we put in here 2. And then separate it with a comma and then indicate the range lookup. It can either be true or false. True will give you an approximate match, while false will give you an exact match. So let us write false. False can also be represented with 0 and true with the number 1. But let's just follow this example. So we used VLOOKUP. Our reference is A1100, which is located in reference or in cell J3. Our table array is columns A to D. And the column where our target value will come from the second column. And the range lookup will give us an exact match. So when I type in enter, it will give me the name Miley Medina, which is the name indicated here. So let us do that again for product. So here we put in VLOOKUP and then J3. What is our table or array? It's going to be A to D. And then where will the value come from? The product will come from the third column. So we indicate here 3 and then false since we are looking for the exact match. So it will give us apple. Let's do it again, this time for plan. So let us put here VLOOKUP, the reference which is J3, the column which is 8, or the table array rather, which is A to D, and then the plan will come from the fourth column. So we put there 4 and then false. So that is how we are able to get the plan, the product, and the name for customer A1100. So as you can see, that is the efficient way of searching for a certain information or certain detail for this particular customer number. So that's how we use VLOOKUP. Now let's go over to HLOOKUP. How can we use that? Now in this example, I have here a separate data or a different data. It tells us the monthly fees for apple, banana, and cherry product with the plans Express and Premium. So here we will be putting in the monthly fees for all products and plans purchased by these customers. So let's get to it. Let's try to familiarize ourselves first with this particular reference. Now, Express and Premium will be our reference value or our lookup value later. So here, I've indicated 1 in that particular row. So this would be our first row, second row, third row, fourth row. So this will just act as our guide. Now, what do I want to check here? I want to know for this particular customer, she got an Apple product with the premium plan. What is going to be our monthly fee? If we will just use this as reference, an Apple product with the premium plan is $799. So, can you imagine doing this line per line or cell per cell so that we can come up with the right monthly fee for every customer that we have? Just imagine if you have 100 data entries, if you have 1,000, if you have 10,000, and all you need to do is just look for the product and plan, search it here, and then type it manually. So there's another way to do it, and that is HLOOKUP. So how do we use HLOOKUP? Just type in HLOOKUP, and what is the lookup value? Our lookup value here is going to be premium. This is the one that we have here in the first row. So we look for premium, and then we highlight the array or the table, and then we search for the value or the row where the value will come from. Since this is an Apple product, then it has to be in the second row. So we type in here 2, and then we look again for the exact match. So we type in false. So it will give us $799. Now, we can also do that on the next example. So we have here HLOOKUP. We look for the plan Express. Again, we look for this particular array or table. And then since banana is the product of this particular plan, we look for the banana row, which is the third row. So we type in 3 and then false. So we should be able to get 600 as the monthly fee for an express plan for a banana product. See, that's how you do it. But now doing that is almost the same as searching for every product and plan and then typing in the monthly fee on a per line basis. So let us shorten the process. How do we do that? We just check the row number first. And how do we get the row number? The row number can be, we can get the row number by using VLOOKUP. So let's use VLOOKUP again. So here, since the leftmost reference is the name of the product, we will use the product as our reference. So here we use Apple, and then we go to the array or the table, which is from the name of the product until the number of the row or the order of the row, and then separate it with the comma. Since the number of the row number is on the fourth column, we indicate here 4 and then false. So an Apple product should be found on the second row. So there. So we do that again, and we copy it, we type in VLOOKUP, look for banana, look for the table array, and then let me just change it, and then type in 4 and then false. Okay, now let us copy the formula. So let us just make an adjustment. And what do I mean by adjustment? We just need to put in a $sign for both rows and columns, and then copy this one, copy the formula until the end. So now I have the row numbers of all products indicated in the example. So here, if I have a cherry product, it will give 4, like this one. Okay, now that I have the row number, it would be easy for me to put in or to use HLOOKUP. Remember, I have to type in manually the row number every time I use HLOOKUP. But since I already have this as reference, I can also use this as a reference when I use the HLOOKUP function. So here, I need to put in HLOOKUP. What is going to be my reference? It's going to be premium. And then, my array here is going to be express and premium. Type in the row number. So instead of typing in the row number, I will just go to the reference that we've indicated, which is in F3, and then false. So there. If I just copy it, I will already have the monthly fees for all products and their corresponding plans. If we go back here, we can already type again VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP, search for A1100, look again for the table and array. This time I will include the 5th column, type in 5 and then false. And there you go. You have 500 as your monthly fee. So I hope this helps you in using VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP in some of your tasks or in your work, or also in your personal files. So please drop us a line if you have any questions. Feel free to contact us if you want us to show you other formulas or other things that you want to know in Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. So see you next time. Bye!